is a math equation. In order to gain the most, you have to know how to convert negatives into positives. Good day everyone! We will now continue the discussion on linear function by applying it into real-life situations. Maraming gamit ang linear function sa ating pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay. Isa na rito ay kung paano natin malalaman ang sweldo ng isang empleyado. Ito ay nakabase kung ilang oras siya nagtrabaho at kung magkano ang rate niya sa loob ng isang oras. Isa pang halimbawa ay ang distance traveled ng isang ship or ng eroplano given ang time at speed of travel. Ikatlo, magkano ang ating binabayaran kapag tayo ay gumamit ng cellphone. Ito ay base kung ilang minuto ang nagamit natin at magkano ang rate per minute. Ilan lang yan sa mga halimbawa kung saan pwede natin gamitin ang linear functions. Last time ay napag-usapan natin ang tungkol sa dependent variable at independent variable. Ang dependent variable ay nakabase sa value ng independent variable, while ang independent variable naman determines the value of the dependent variable. Given each situation below, identify which variable depends on the other. Then complete the next sentence by filling in the blanks with either independent or dependent. So, yung number 1 ay nagsiserve as our guide. So, number 1, the plant grows 0.5 cm every week. In that case, the height of the plant is the dependent variable, while the number of the week is the independent variable. So, number 2 naman, we have Mancanor earns 600 for each day. He does carpentry works. So, alin ang ating dependent at alin ang ating independent variable? You will fill in this sentence. The number of days doing carpentry work is the blank variable, while the amount Mancanor earns is the blank variable. Kung ang sagot nyo ay independent sa unang blanko, yung number of days carpentry works ang ating independent, at ang ating namang dependent, yung amount Mancanor earns is the dependent variable. Number 3, Alma burns 192 calories for every week or every hour she walks in the park. The number of hours Alma walks is the blank variable, while the number of calories burned is the blank variable. Kung ang sagot mo sa number 1 sa unang blanko ay independent variable, then you are correct. The number of hours Alma walks is the independent variable, and the number of calories burned is said to be the dependent variable. Number 4. In a laundry shop, each kilogram of laundry costs 35 pesos. The cost of the laundry is the blank variable, while the number of kilograms is the blank variable. The cost of the laundry is the dependent variable, and the number of kilograms is said to be the independent variable. Number 5. In a basketball game, Ramon earns 2 points for each basket he makes. The number of points earned is the blank variable, while the number of baskets made is the blank variable. Kung ang sagot sa unang blanko ay dependent, ay tama ka. So the number of points earned is the dependent variable, and the number of basket made is the independent variable. Let's try to solve and analyze the problem below. During the coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19 pandemic, Mrs. Reyes was not able to report to work because their city was placed under Enhanced Community Quarantine or ECQ, and everyone is required to stay at home. She was worried because she has no more income to support her two children. When she received the 6,000 cash assistance from the Social Amelioration Program, she thought of a way on how this amount will last longer by baking and selling banana cake. Her banana cake costs 85 pesos per canister. Complete the table below to show the amount Mrs. Reyes will earn from selling banana cake. Then answer the question that follow. For the number of canisters of banana cake, that will be our variable x. For the sales naman, that will be our function of x. The unit is in peso. So kung merong isang canister ng banana cake, ang kailangan bayaran ng customer ay 85 pesos. Kung dalawa naman, 170 pesos. Kung tatlo, that will cost 255. Paano kung 10 ang bibilin ng customer? Magkano ang kailangan niyang bayaran kay Mrs. Reyes? Kung ang sagot mo ay 850, then you are correct. What if Mrs. Reyes wants to earn 1,955? Ilang canister ng banana cake ang dapat niyang maibenta? If your answer is 23, then you are also correct. Do you have any difficulty in completing the table? Please elaborate your answer. What are the independent and the dependent variables in the situation? Can you model the situation using linear function? If so, what is it? If Mrs. Reyes sells 10 canister in a day, how much will she earn for that day? How many canisters of banana cakes must she sell to earn 1,955? What other ways could you suggest to Mrs. Reyes for her to be able to support her children if the pandemic continues longer? There are many real-life problems that can be solved through linear function. In solving problems, we can use Polya's method that was introduced by George Polya. George Polya is a Hungarian-American mathematics educator who believed that problem solving was an art and the skills to solve math problems can be mastered with constant practice. Polya's method includes the following steps. Number 1 is understand the problem, wherein you have to read and analyze the situation. The second step is to devise a plan. This is where you list down all the given data and then try to determine the unknown and what is asked in the problem. The third step is to carry out the plan. We write the function that describes the relationship between the variables and then we solve the function. And the last step is to look back. This is to verify if the solution obtained is meaningful to the problem. Yung problem tungkol kay Mrs. Reyes sa kanyang pagbebenta ng banana cake ay pwede nating gamitin ang Polya's method. Dito, Ang amount ng pera na kanyang kikitain ay nakadepende kung ilang canister ng banana cake ang pwede niyang maibenta. So, we try to understand the problem. Yun ang ating first step. At ito ay base sa given. Kung ang price ng canister per banana cake is 85 pesos, then that simply means that the amount of money she earns is a function of the number of canisters of banana cake that can be sold. This means that the amount of sales depends on the number of canisters of banana cake being sold. Next naman, we try to devise a plan. With this, we will list down all the given data. We will try to determine the unknown and what is asked. So, kung gagawa tayo ng table, yung number of canister per banana cake will be our variable x at yung sales niya ay yun yung our function of x. Sa isang canister, ang amount nito ay 85 pesos. So, we multiply 1 by 85. Kung dalawa naman, we have 2 times 85 is equal to 170. Kung tatlo, we have 3 times 85 is equal to 255. Ang sumunod naman natin ay we carry out the plan. This time, we can use the model to substitute any number of canisters of banana cake sold and find the amount of sale. So, ibig sabihin nito, si Mrs. Reyes, kung mayroon siyang naibentang 10 canister, then we can represent it as f of x will be equal to 85x. Yung value ng x natin ay 10, therefore by substitution, f of 10 will be equal to 85 times the value of x which is 10. Then we simplify. The function of 10 will be equal to 850. Therefore, the amount of sale is 850 if Mrs. Reyes will be able to sell 10 canisters of banana cake. Kung ang gusto niya namang kitain ay 1,955, so isa-substitute natin ito sa function of x. And then, that will be equal to 85 times x. Next step naman, para makuha natin yung value ng x, we will divide both sides by 85. Or, we use multiplicative inverse property, that is, we multiply 1 over 85 to both sides of the equation. That will become 1 times 1,955 is 1,955 divided by 85 is equal to 23. And 85x times 1 will be 85x over 85. Makakancel na yung 85, kaya ang matitira na lang ay yung variable x. Therefore, x will be equal to 23 kung ang gusto ni Mrs. Reyes na kitain ay 1,955. The fourth and last step is to look back. We verify if the solution obtained is meaningful to the problem. Looking back is the same as checking your answer, reviewing what you have done, and verifying if the computed answer is acceptable and valid. So, para ma-check natin kung ang tama ang ating sagot, with our formula f of x is equal to 85x, checking if the amount of sale is 850 for selling 10 canisters of banana cake. So, yung 850 ay isa-substitute natin sa f of x. And that will be equal to 85x. Ang value ng x natin ay 10. So, 85 times 10 will be equal to 850. And 850 is equal to 850. Therefore, the answer is correct. Word problem number 2. Mark works as a service crew in a fast food chain where he earns 45 pesos per hour. How much will he earn in a day if he works for 6 hours? Dito, ang una nating gagawin ay to understand the problem. So, based from the given, Mark earns 45 pesos per hour as a service crew. Ang tinatanong ay kung magkano ang kanyang magiging kita sa isang araw kung 6 na oras siyang magtatrabaho. In that case, our independent variable will be the number of hours rendered, and the dependent variable will be the amount earned in a day. Second step is to devise a plan. So, gagamitin natin yung f of x para sa amount earned at yung number of hours naman ang ating magiging variable x. So, with that, f of x will be equal to 45x. Ang third step ay we carry out the plan. To solve for the earnings of we will be using f of x given that he will work for 6 hours. So our x will be equal to 6. From the formula, function of x is equal to 45x. And then, ang given natin ay yung 6 hours na trabaho. So, it will be the function of x will be equal to f of 6. That is equal to 45 times x, which is 6, is 45 times 6 by substitution. And then 45 times 6 will be equal to 270. So, therefore, our answer will be f of x is equal to 270. And for our fourth step and final one, we will check if our answer is correct. To verify our answer, we will substitute the value of x and the function of x in the equation. F of x is equal to 45x. F of x will be equal to 270 equal to 45 times 6. And 45 times 6 is 270, which is equal to 270. Therefore, Mark will be earning 270 pesos after working for 6 hours. That's all for today. See you on our next video lessons. Keep safe, everyone.